I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And I'm Spencer.
And we are
The
Button
Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers.
Let's hear it for the boys. The Button Boy.
Buttonmans. The Buttonmans.
Guys, we're here to celebrate. I think.
Should have brought some champagne. I don't have any champagne.
I actually do have some champagne, which I never drink any, but we got it for a friend's birthday, and he didn't drink anything. So we just have 2 bottles of champagne in the
Can you
refrigerator.
pour me some?
Okay.
I'll take a sip of it.
You can't have any. I'm
Just pour it
sorry.
right here.
Yeah, just
I'll just-
pour it right into the camera, and I'll just.
You may lose keyboard access, but trust me, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, it'll be like a 90s TV show where like everything, like there's little electric things flying everywhere as I do it, and sparks are flying. Oh no!
It's okay. We have 2 sippy cups that are attached by string going from Arizona to Kentucky. So
That'd be awesome. The most useless invention.
Yeah. It was worth it though.
Man, you got to taste the champagne.
Speaking of a
Be there
taste
a
of
couple
champagne,
hours.
welcome to a champagne-like podcast. It's us, the Button Mappers. Hey, everybody. Another year of solid podcast content. Me and the boys, Alex and Spencer, we did it. Give it up for ourselves. So proud. So
Is
proud
this
of
like
this community.
Year 3 full year? I mean,
Yeah, 3 full years and then some. 3.5 about. I guess with
Yeah,
Spencer,
3.5.
yeah. Spencer's birthday is
I
in March.
guess with Spencer.
Button birthday. His button day. His day of becoming
Yeah, I guess that would be a March thing, huh?
an honorary
Button
button.
day.
Baton. We passed the baton so you could become a button. Not just a
Sweet.
button boy. A button member.
It's Spencer's favorite time, the last game talk of the year. Said that on one of the December game talks, and Teddy was like, "What are you talking about? You don't like game talk?"
Well, Spencer. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. We're still waiting, Spencer.
No, it is my favorite time of the year. I got Christmas decorations up literally the day after Halloween. Literally
No,
ripped
that's
it all
too early.
out,
That's
put
too
the
early.
tree up. It's not too early. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, I
You
think
get the lights up. I've got icicles hanging from under the stairs. So when you're walking to the kitchen, there's icicles on top of you. One of them will fall and kill you. It's pretty legit.
Don't you just like put snow in your house and build a little snowman in your living room?
I would if I could.
We live in
That
a
sounds
dystopian
awesome.
future where Spencer orders snow from eBay to simulate winter.
You can get like a snow machine, like a fake snow machine, and just make it look like it snowed.
Yeah, it could be very expensive.
I think there should be a law that if you put up your Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving, you should just be, I don't know, eat to death.
Beaten to death.
What's Spencer's
The-
favorite Disney movie? Snow White. What's his favorite dessert? Snow cones. What's his favorite Christmas song? Frosty the Snow Man. That's right.
Dude, we have been watching Lifetime and Hallmark Christmas movies. They are the worst movies that you could possibly make, and it's so delightful every time. They're all the exact same movie. They're a guy, they're a woman who's a little bit lost in life, and a man who learns how to like children. Like that's the entire plot of every single one of the movies. It's so good.
Yeah, it's like those and like my mom used to watch a lot of like the Lifetime for Women movies.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. We're just like somebody's producing this crap.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying that sounds good.
Yeah. Someone okayed it, and I love that. I want that guy's job where he's like, Like, how do we make Christmas movies so great? And then he like literally looks at his formula sheet and has to check like every single one of these like boxes, of which there are like 4.
I wonder if there's been like a director that's like, I think we're gonna do a story in here about like, oh, we're gonna do like a wedding as well. No, stick to the formula.
We know it works.
Yeah, no Christmas weddings.
We know what our people like.
But if you're gonna do a Christmas wedding, make sure it's in Times Square.
There's
Like in
there's
the
a
middle.
there's kind of a worrisome undertone though to the Christmas movies because the girls always the women are always in a relationship or just ended like a long-term relationship and they're quickly switching over to another guy.
Oh.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's like a cheating almost
'Cause
like
nobody wants to
fantasy.
feel alone, right? Christmas.
But we have
That's
to
true.
save the spirit of Christmas.
One of them, the girl
laid.
actually did cheat on her husband.
Hmm.
And I was surprised they would do that because they're usually they're pretty pure, the Lifetime
like
movies.
after midnight.
Do Christmas movies actually villainize women?
But...
Is Christmas really a patriarchal holiday? Find out
True.
in Spencer's film analyses.
Yeah,
Does Santa
break
really
the world.
drink Coca-Cola? Nah,
mine does.
dead by now.
My
Always
Santa
drank
sips
Coca-Cola.
Coke and smokes stogies in the park after dark.
Oh, man. Santa's a
And
straight
after
up
dark.
diabetic. We all know
Yeah.
Santa's a diabetic.
Of course he's a
He
diabetic.
didn't actually eat those cookies he leave out because he can't.
Why do you want this old man around your kids?
That's a good
Well, you don't want to
question.
run your kids. You want to just bring you stuff.
Yeah, but it's about
No, but
values.
people take him to the mall when Santa's
That's
chilling at the mall.
true.
But just tell him what you want. Is Santa the original sugar daddy?
He's the original children
Yeah, in more ways
daddy.
than one because of his diabetes.
Ooh. Two-hit combo.
Bo, bo.
Bo.
Hit him in the gut.
Welcome to December Game Talk, everybody. And just like Christmas, if you want to hear holly jolly nature of the Button Mappers, you can head on over to Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and check the Discord. We'll give you a present in our presence. Our presence is your present.
And I think I hear footsteps on the roof. Oh, is that Santa telling you to hit the subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube right now?
Hit that subscribe button.
Oh, it was.
It's
Santa-
us. It's us. It's us, the two Santas.
There's 2 Santas. That's weird. That's not how the lore ever went that I saw. But
Mr. and Mr. Claus.
oh,
2022, baby.
okay. Santa. What else should they do if they Santas? Okay, if I have to say that. What else do they have to do after they've subscribed? What should they do about the video? Should they click anything else?
Click the button with your thumb up.
Thumb up.
And then
Okay.
use the keyboard. Use the keyboard to type how much you think Coca-Cola belongs in your stocking.
Oh God, yeah. I would never spend a Christmas without Coca-Cola. I think we can all agree on that.
Pour it into your stocking.
Pour it in your stocking.
Just every morning, there's Christmas morning. just-
Coca-Cola.
That's the
I know it's a
Slosh.
tradition in my house. It should be one in yours.
Sloshing
And-
around. It's like dripping through the seams of the stocking, like onto the floor.
It's my morning ritual. I just wake up and I guzzle down bottles of Pepsi.
Oh,
Come on,
it's
kids,
Coke.
drink your Coca-Cola out of your stocking before it gets flat.
Oh
on.
yeah, 8:20. Let me start my day. Whoa, it's Christmas time.
That's
Make
why
sure
we
to
love
ring.
Christmas because we're all just fucking. We're all like, have a caffeine high.
Yeah.
We're doing our
Make
episode
sure-
at 8:20 today.
Make sure to ring the jingle bell so you get videos every week when we release them.
Just a friendly reminder, the schedule coming up here next month. It doesn't exist because we won't be around for January. That's gonna be our month off. Usually we do Pokuary in January, but this year we're changing it around and we're taking our break in January, and we'll be back for Pokuary in February. So leave all questions on this video, Pokemon related, for Pokuary in February.
We're calling it Pokeruary.
February.
We're up to Gen 4 now. Catch up on all your missing Pokemon content that you haven't seen. It's
We
good.
started Gen 9 though, so we're like falling behind again.
Can we
God,
take
how much
predictions?
Pokemon?
Yeah, when are we going to catch up?
I think we are.
We might.
Every few years, new gen comes out, right?
Yeah.
I guess eventually we'll have to catch up, but it's gonna be a mess.
2032?
Do you think Spencer is gonna be okay by that point?
It's an RPG. He loves RPGs.
Like, am I going to be okay? Like,
Uh,
are you predicting a future health calamity of me?
that much Pokemon?
Oh, okay. In that instance, no. I think it should have died like many times over. But,
It's okay
but
because
I'm
we're
just
going
along
to
for the Pokemon ride.
become critical analyzers of the series.
Yeah.
Mudokon, Mudokon, Mudokon.
Who's doing questions today?
I'll ask the questions.
Ask me.
Ask who? Well, I was gonna make an Ask Iwata, but we're not gonna do that. All right, we got 4 questions.
It's my spirit.
Good. It's too many. All right. First one comes from. Oh, technically 5. Terry is the president. Question master. Dun, 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 dun. President. Terry, if you had question 1, he gets 2 questions. If you had to invite any video game villain to a Christmas party, who would you pick?
Whoa, that's a good one.
Yeah, spicy.
To invite any villain to a Christmas party. She gave me more context for this party. Like, are we bringing gifts?
No. Let's just say it's a family party.
Casual. Little deal.
Yeah. I see the gears working.
Tough question, man.
I only think of Nintendo characters.
I mean, there's so many that you wouldn't want to come to a Christmas party.
Exactly.
They'd fucking ruin it.
Yeah.
Like,
You have to think of like one of those villains that turns good or something, like D to D.
Did he? Now he'd eat all the food though.
I mean, isn't that good? You don't want leftovers, do you?
Yeah, but I want to have something, man. Have like some of those little sausages or something, you know.
I feel like Kirby would eat all the food first.
so we have to have two, like a villain with two things.
Yeah.
They have to have learned something and become good at the end, and also they have to be anorexic.
I was just saying that's my point against the DDD is that he tries to eat all the food. That's his thing.
Pick a fucking
They
recast
don't
of
have to
Ocarina
become
of
good.
Time.
They just let's
They're
just
in for a
say
good
in this
time anyway.
circumstance. Just say in this circumstance, they're just not. Like, you and this villain are not enemies. Not the main character. Just hanging out.
Well, so like maybe like a sympathetic villain that
Yeah.
that wouldn't have that the antagonist characteristic in the Christmas party sense.
Bowser Jr.?
Sojourner, you mean?
I'm gonna Google popular villains.
Damn.
30 best, according to xputer.com. I've never heard of that before. The 30 best villains in video game history.
Gary from Gen 1.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, and Dr. Wily.
Why?
he could build some cool shit. Maybe he's gonna show me show me one of his cool robots he's been building. Again, it's me and Dr. Wiley aren't fighting. I'm just inviting him to the Christmas party. Not like I'm Mega Man and I have to take him down. I'm just me.
Could respectfully decline. It is a possibility.
Sure.
I think Gary's mom won't let him. Unless Gary's mom shows up and then,
Ooh,
hey.
his mom.
Or it's his sister, isn't it?
Uh-uh.
Spencer's deep in research.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I want Mog, the Omen of Blood, or... Huh.
Yeah, Mog, the Omen of Blood.
It's got to be Mog.
So there was only one answer.
This one, here's an interesting one. They list him on here. Dutch Vanderlyn from Red Dead Redemption
Okay.
as a villain. I guess he'd be fun to have at a Christmas party though. He's very talkative. That's what I would do. That's a good one.
Okay. Thanks, Terry. Next question comes from Terry. What is the craziest thing you asked for Christmas as a kid, and did you get it? I hope your memory's better than me, boys.
Craziest? Probably. I mean, like, I'm sure now. Whenever I was like a little, like 3-year-old or something, I was like, I want a magic panda or something. And I don't know. It's probably not like that. But like actual gifts, what's the craziest gift? Asked for an electric guitar. I got one. I never learned how to play.
Dude, same. I mean, I took a couple lessons, but my guitar playing sucks.
It was just nice of them to get it for me, even though they probably knew I was not going to learn how to play. But it's what I wanted.
Yeah, it's crazy. I got one after playing Guitar Hero and being really into it. Like, yeah, I'll learn guitar. And then I never really learned.
I asked for a Razor scooter. Were you guys around when those were the big thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I had one of those.
I asked for one of those, and I did get it. But we had this custom where on Christmas Eve we could open one gift, and then on Christmas Day you just open the rest. And I thought I was so smart on Christmas Eve because I asked for that, and then I found a gift that had like you could feel it, that it had like a circular rod type structure to it. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking get that scooter, and then just like play with it all night because like why not? And so I felt like such a badass, and I was like, I'm picking that one. And they're like, okay, and they're like, oh, I don't like this, and I opened it, and it was a squirt gun. And I was like so visibly like defeated that I felt like so bad after because it's like they got me something, and I was so rude about it, but I was so like not happy with it. And then the next day they got it for me in a different package. Yeah. But that would be my crazy one. Is that yeah, I did get it.
Okay. I feel like we all have a memory like that of like a time that we were just like deflated after a gift.
Yeah. Kids are little assholes. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to use the speaking of assholes segue, but we do have
assholes.
PXN Gaming, who appears to he's got his old handle. He's PXN Gaming. You have to change your name. Okay, but he asked, what is the best Christmas gift you received as a kid? Do you still have that item?
As a kid, so just like teenage years count still?
Young adult is like teenager. I guess you're still a child because you're still a dependent.
What's the age cap?
17.
17, okay.
Do we agree to this?
Yeah. 17.
Okay. It doesn't change my answer. Mine is still the N64. And Pokemon
You were the
Snap
N64 kid, yeah.
Ocarina of Time, yeah. That was me in the video.
Nintendo 64.
They did a whole interview, you know. I went on TV, you know. I talked about like how sentimental the console was to me. You know, N64 guy, that's me, kid, grown up.
I'm pretty sure we've had a question like this before, and I said my Wii that I got for Christmas. It was the thing.
You got weed for Christmas?
Weed, the Wii. I'm probably not going to recycle that answer because I already used that for one of the December game talks. Um,
Yeah, if I got weed for Christmas, I'd probably pretty sick.
You probably
what I
would,
got
or you wouldn't
I got
recycle it, yeah.
the baby blue DSi for Christmas one year, and I got it with a copy of Resident Evil Deadly Silence, and I played that fucking game for like 2 months straight. I was so happy. There you go.
Silent,
And I still have that copy of Resident Evil Deadly Silence.
but deadly. Silent but deadly. Resident Evil.
Silent but deadly. Deadly Silence, like DS, get it?
I got this play set. It was what are they like micro machines? Do you guys know what micro machines are? It was like a micro machines play set. It came as like a big, like ugly van. I don't know why they picked a van that's like the least cool car you could possibly come up with, but it was a van. And you'd pull it open and it turned to like a city. And you could, your cars could drive around the city. Unfortunately, nobody must have told my dad that you had to build that. Like it didn't come pre-built. You had to like fix it all on everything. And my dad was an alcoholic, so Christmas morning, we opened that. And we got really excited. Me and my brother, because I have a twin brother, so we basically shared every gift. And they got us this van thing that we were like, oh, that looks so cool. And they're like, okay, we have to build it. So you guys go to the other room, like go to your room and play with your other toys while we build this. And I just remember us like playing with whatever silly toys we got, waiting for that thing, and just hearing my dad swear endlessly at the at the horrible micro machines toy that he could not put together. And it was just like we what's weird about it is how like we weren't so phased by it. We were just like, I hope he hurries. Like we weren't phased by the fact that he was like screaming and like banging it with a hammer or something. But he did do it at some point, so that was cool. We loved that thing. We played for like a year.
Yeah, I want to change my answer because the DS game I got when I was a teenager, but I want to do one that I got as a kid. I got this giant yellow remote control Hummer.
Ooh, that's cool.
I remember taking that thing outside with my dad on Christmas Day and like running it up and down the street and stuff. It was fun. And I had that Hummer for a long time. I have no clue what happened to it.
I feel like it's sad for me that I can't think of anything like outside of video games. Like I probably got some Lego sets, but
Yeah, see, I was trying to think of something else because like whenever I got older, it was all just video games. But I was like, what did I get when I was younger?
moving on. BioPhoenix.
BioPhoenix here.
Hey, it's BioPhoenix here.
Dude, we got the freaking BioPhoenix here.
Way to answer the question.
All right, I'll try and do it in the voice of BioPhoenix. What video game song gives you Christmas vibes?
Ooh.
It.
That's a good fucking question.
Let me look up the level name so that I have the exact level name. But I already have my answer.
Okay.
Mine is like an Inception kind of answer.
Okay.
Because it's the theme song, the opening theme song to Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest. Because we got that as a Christmas gift. And that same Christmas, we got the Everclear CD. And I liked one particular song in it a lot.
Everclear, sorry.
The one that's like, you don't know what it's like.
It was I can't remember the name of it, but it's off their after so much for the Afterglow CD.
Wow.
And I guess you could just say the whole CD, the whole album or whatever. But that music is all that Christmas for me. We were just going ham that day.
I feel so inceived by your inception.
Yeah.
It's not even a word. Conceived. How about that?
You were conceived?
I was conceived through your inception.
What?
I don't know.
Mine is from the game Ape Escape 2. There is a snow level in that game that I'm gonna play just a snippet into the mic, I guess. But there's a level called Snowball Mountain, and I swear it just sounds like a Christmas song, and I fucking love that stage's music. And like, I'm pretty sure at one point as a kid, I even like wrote lyrics to it because I was like, this needs lyrics. It's a Christmas song. Here's the music. It's fucking Christmas, dude.
Oh yeah.
Mariah Carey steps out. All I want for Christmas.
Dude, I used to fucking love that stage's music.
Yes.
So that one always reminds me of Christmas.
Sick.
That's fantastic.
Mine's simple. It's just the Knights theme. But it's like as you're going through the course. And then I think they play it in Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. There's like a Knights theme stage.
there's a level. It's the valley level, right?
Mm-hmm. You can kind of hear like bells in the background. Knights is fun. And you know what? There is a Knights Christmas game, but it's like so expensive that I've never had the means to get it.
Let me tell you, secret boy, get the version of Nights on the Xbox,
Okay.
HD version, and you can unlock Christmas Nights. I played through it on stream earlier this year.
Oh, you can get Christmas Nights that way. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it comes with the original, a remaster of the original, and Christmas Nights. But you have to play through the original to unlock Christmas Nights. I did that on a stream, and I played through it on stream, and it was fun.
See, Sega on the Xbox is pretty legit. I like what they do there. But in the meantime, it's the standard night, not just a Christmas night.
Silent Night.
Yeah. Weekday.
Silent
night.
Nights.
Weeknights.
Silent Ballon.
Balan party.
You have the
Oh, yeah,
right to remain silent.
Yuji Naka went to prison. Isn't that funny?
Eugene, who?
Yuji Naka got arrested. Isn't that funny?
Funny.
Yeah.
Why? What did he go to
He
prison?
was selling
Potential insider trading.
for Dragon
Oh, my,
Quest.
oh wow.
You didn't hear about this?
No, I don't follow news.
Yeah, that just happened.
Well, shit. I don't think he's the only one. I think that's been a thing in Japan.
He's Yuji
Yeah,
Naka,
yeah.
which is why it's hilarious. Because I don't know, it's just funny.
Alex laughs at other people's misfortunes.
It's not. It's his fault. So what am I talking about? It's Yuji
Innocent, hey, innocent until proven guilty, right? That's where we live.
Naka. Okay, but if it's true and he did what he did, yeah, it's totally his fault. But he made Balin, so.
But if he
Anyway.
didn't do it, would you feel bad about laughing at him right now?
I thought, you know what? If it comes out that he didn't do it,
I want an apology from you.
I will make it a personal apology and address it towards Yuji Naka. I'm down to oversee it, but
On the button mappers.
on the button mappers, I'll make an apology. But
Okay,
as of right
that's what-
now,
I'm-
I'm just sort of
I'm holding
laughing
you-
because he's.
I'm
had a
holding
shitty
you to
2
it.
years now. Get screwed over by
People
Square.
listening.
Then
Remember.
got screwed over by Square with the whole Balin thing because he was already trying to sue them, and then this happens. Yeah, it's not a good time to be Yuji Naka.
That's a real other people's misfortune because that sucks. You get shafted by a fucking Square, and then you're like a victim of your environment. You try to insider trade and then get arrested. That's just tragic. Even if it's true, I just I just feel bad. I can empathize. I can see why. I guess why you would go.
Wouldn't that be bizarre?
You know
if
what it
we're-
is? I can empathize because I feel like, when other people in your like circle are like doing it, like, hey, yo, there's this like big insider trade. Like, who's not going to do that? Like, politicians do that, right?
Sure.
They insider trade on stocks. And so like,
The,
I feel like that's how I feel about him doing it.
the scandal centers around a studio called Aiming, which in 2020 was announced as the developer of a new Dragon Quest game called Tact. It's the mobile one. Last night, it was first alleged that 38-year-old Square Enix employee, I don't know how to pronounce that, who has worked on Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts games knew of the deal before it was publicly announced, along with a friend, purchased a ton of shares in aiming. So he was one of the people that went with him on that. That's freaking over some freaking mobile game. Dragon Quest tacked.
Is that
Jesus.
really that like shitty though?
Yes. You're not supposed to be allowed to do that.
I know.
God, yeah. But I mean that does beg the question about how stocks even work if you're in the industry.
I mean, if somebody gives you that assist, they just say like, "Yo, this is going to blow up. Go invest in this." Like,
it's a very weird line on that
slope,
one,
right? It's because it's like,
yeah.
I don't think it's just like, oh, that person's evil. It's like, well, what do you do with that information? Because now you're faced with like, oh, should I just do it? Should I just invest? Like, I don't know. I think
you're supposed
to answer.
Right, yeah, that's a hard one for us to answer. I think you're supposed to invest in something outside of your industry. But it's God, who the fuck knows? It's like how do you know, like that's why people are mad at one of our leaders. I can't remember her name. Is it Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah, she was doing insider trading. A lot of them were. A lot of Republicans were as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's rampant. I mean, why wouldn't it be, right? Like, because like you said, like, of course they know it's gonna happen. They freaking make decisions that affect it. So it's like, how do you not dip your toes and like, hey, if this is gonna go down, we might as well invest in it.
That's
like,
one of those things where it's like the boardroom is like all the rivals, people who are against each other, just trading secrets. Like, yo, they're all in cahoots. Like in my mind.
Absolutely.
I never called Yuji Naka evil. I'm just saying there's some kind of irony in this whole situation between the Balan Wonderworld stuff and him trying to sue Square Enix, and then this happens.
Alex said, "Fuck off."
It's been a crazy time to be Yuji Naka. All I'm saying. He's gonna make it out of it. It's not like he's gonna.
I don't
in prison forever for Dragon Quest.
I'm saying you say he's evil, even though like I'm just saying like the characterization that he deserves it is like I don't know. Like you can question.
No, I don't think he deserves. I don't know if he deserves it. It's just I don't know Yuji Naka, and I think the situation is kind of funny.
Alex told me in a private chat about Yuji Naka that he hopes he rots in hell and burns
I also told Spencer
for his crimes.
That I know Yuji Naka personally. Had brunch the other day.
Yeah, they were hanging out the other day.
It was just me and Yuji Naka. It was very awkward.
You and Yuji?
Yeah.
Me and Yuji, we're on a first name basis.
Yeah, huge. You call him the huge.
Huge.
Okay, last one's for me. What gift do you want most this holiday season?
Where's my question?
Oh shit, I skipped it. My bad. We'll just do mine now.
What do you last? I'm sorry. But you said last one, so I thought mine.
No, you're right. I skipped it. My fault. But I asked mine.
Okay,
already.
what was your question?
What gift do you want most this holiday season?
Gift do I want most? Holiday season. Gift of...
I want the huge out of prison.
Yeah, free the huge.
Oh god.
Hashtag free huge. I don't know, man. I just want everybody to have a good Christmas. That's what I want.
Yeah, I just want all the children to have food in their bellies and also a new Bluetooth headset because mine is worn out.
Oh no,
mostly the children.
I was meant for the kids. I was just saying I want all the kids to have food in their bellies and
Bluetooth headsets.
Yeah.
All the kids walk around like fucking robots.
Yeah. It's my dream.
I don't know. The only one I can think of right now is Pokemon Legends Arceus. I've been wanting to play that for a while. I usually put a $60 game because I usually don't buy them. There's something else. I don't remember. Oh, a backpack. I want a cool backpack. Okay, and the last one, the real last one. There you go. Dramatize it. You guys want drum roll?
Oh, really?
Yeah. The This comes from Turbo Zone. You also have digits
Turbo.
after your name, so you got to change them. Banana, yes or no?
Guys.
I do know. I don't like bananas.
Oh, I say yes.
Yeah, I go yes. I like plantains. Maduros.
You have numbers after my name?
You do.
YouTube?
I don't see them. But it may be your that they rolled out like the new YouTube thing where it shows you like
Handles.
a name thing handle. There you go. So you may just
Mine's
want
messed
to update
up
that.
too. Everybody's name is messed
Oh,
up.
I see it because my thing is like you. Oh, is it the 90013?
Yep.
Oh, that's fine. Then that's how I use my Twitch.
Okay.
Just turbo bump.
Mine does not have that, but I'm looking at. I don't know if it makes a difference. I'm looking at on a PC.
I am on a PC.
I just opened my app and looked at my account and it has it on there. Strange, very strange. You two, what are we? Twitter? Just because Elon Musk is blowing up the other one, we're gonna make him Twitter now.
Oh yeah.
The button members doesn't have any numbers, so we're good there.
Okay.
We can change that.
Numbers. We can make it better.
We can be stronger. Numbers.
The butt 0
More
N map 3RZ.
Yeah.
More numbers.
There we go. Well, speaking of numbers, we're going to have a certain number of games talked about. 3, one per person. And they were all in the theme of celebrate good times. Button, who would like to go first?
Well,
Go for
so
it.
as
Will.
you fellas know, part of celebration is what?
Gifts.
Addition, right?
What? Addition?
Addition.
Oh, dishing?
Addition.
Part of...
Addition?
You did DK Junior math?
I played DK Junior Math.
Hey!
So part of my tradition here on the Button Mappers is that every December I talk about what? No.
Every
Is it
December?
SNK?
SNK. It's I don't for some reason I do an SNK game every December. I wasn't really in the mood to play their own games for some reason. I jumped around to see what I could play. I've been in the mood to play Sonic. So I played Sonic Pocket Adventures for the Neo Geo Pocket Color. Sonic Pocket Adventures for the Neo Geo Pocket Color is a very strange game. There's a few different angles I can go at this with that I want to tackle. The first thing is that this game was not made by Sonic Team. It was overseen by the Huge, who's now in prison. But it was not directed or created by Sonic Team. The team that made this was at SNK, and little did I know until I was researching this, that team left and made Dimps, team that would go on to make Sonic games starting with Advance 1, which we talked about during Advance 1. So this is sort of her first game, Dimps' first Sonic game. I didn't really know that. That's cool. Sonic Pocket Adventure came out a couple months after Sonic Adventure did, and obviously for the Neo Geo Pocket Color, everybody's favorite handheld console. And it's not really an original game. It's more like they just took Sonic 2 and just spun it around a little bit and remixed it. A very strange concept. You have level themes that are very, very familiar if you've played Sonic 2. They rename all of the levels. Hold on, I have a level list here. I'll show you the names for some of them. So, like, instead of Emerald Hill, you have Neo South Island. Instead of Chemical Plant, you have Secret Plant. Instead of Casino Night, you have Cosmic Casino. They just changed the names of the levels for some reason, but they're basically the same setups as the Sonic 2 stages, but they don't use the Sonic 2 music. They use music from Sonic 3 and or Sonic Jam, which is very distracting. I was playing Secret Plant, which is the chemical plant area, and they're playing music from Hydro City, or and Neo South Island, they're playing stuff from Angel Island, and I was like, this feels wrong to me. Each level has a different boss than the original levels, so that is cool that they do change up the boxes, and they even bring back bosses from other games like Knuckles. His fight from 3 is in here, and Mecha Sonic is here, but not in the same space. He's in the end of the Sky Chase area, which is not correct, but it's kind of cool. Um, Very strange game. The beginning of the game, Eggman looks like classic Eggman, but by the end of the game, Eggman looks like adventure era Eggman, which is are we seeing Eggman's evolution happening on screen? I don't know why they just decided to change like the art design towards the end. I guess to match the adventure, but like you would have done that for the whole game. The game plays very well. It feels like classic Genesis Sonic. And the game has 6 zones. Each zone you have to do sort of combine the Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 ways of getting the emeralds. You have to get 50 rings and finish the stage like in Sonic 1. But you have to do the half pipe from Sonic 2. Thing is that in each zone, you can only do that in the first level, and you only get one chance. So if you fuck up that one chance, you're not going to get the 6 Chaos Emeralds that are available. It's very strict. I did not get it because I said fuck it after the second try. I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
And there is like a final case, which I think is like the ending of Sonic 3. This is a very bizarre game. I don't know why this was designed this way. This feels like Sega just gave SNK some Sonic stuff and was like, make a game out of these. And they just kind of stuff together. This is the only Sonic game that IGN ever gave 10 out of 10. So, obviously, it's the best game of all time.
Wait. This is the only game that IGN
The
ever
only
gave a
Sonic
10 out of
game.
10?
The only Sonic
Oh, the only
that
Sonic game.
they've
Okay.
ever given 10 out of 10 is Sonic Pocket Adventure for the Neo Geo, which seems like a fucking meme, but that is true.
Um, I guess I don't doubt it, but
Um, yeah, this game is very perplexing to me. I've always heard good things about this title. I've really played it. I've kind of like started up like a emulator and like played like the first stage and been like, "Yep, that's Sonic," and then like never really got past that part. I actually sat down on my Raspberry Pi that's been just at me a while back and played through it last night. And I don't know how I feel about this game because it's not an original game and it's also not really Sonic 2. It's like Sonic 2 remixed. There were some funny moments. I like after the fact. After you fight Knuckles, it goes straight into the Sky Chase zone. So after you get done fighting him, he uppercuts you and you fly off the screen and then land on the plane for Sky Chase, which I thought was kind of hilarious. He just punches you that far up into the air. Um, and there is some fun like personality in this game, but like it's just a weird hodgepodge of like classic Sonic stuff. Not in, like the Mania way. I don't know how to feel about this one. There's also
It's
things you
not
could
the-
do. Alright, go ahead.
it's not the Mania way.
Yeah, it's not the Mania way. But also, as you're playing, there's like these little diamonds you collect, which I found out were actually puzzle pieces because there's like a little mini game area where you can do like puzzles and play against people and stuff. And I didn't fuck with any of that because I don't give a shit. But that's something you could do if you had a Neo Geo Pocket Color. We all did.
I gotta say, I'm a little bit insulted that this game exists. This
Yeah.
game came out in 1999. They released basically Sonic 2 in 1999. What?
You got a 10 out of 10 from IGN.
And it got a 10 out of 10 from IGN.
And all they did was change the bosses and change the level, um, uh, the music and like which order they're in.
10
I
out of
don't
10,
know.
baby.
I thought I never knew anything about this.
You add it. I think we lost your volume.
Yeah, your mic's out.
Is it working now?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, well, I don't know what the fuck happened there. Anyway, yeah, I thought this was gonna be like a wholly original Sonic game, but to my disappointment, I was very confused the entire way through. It was like by the third zone, which is the casino zone for some reason. I was like, "Is this just Sonic 2?" So I was like, "What am I playing?"
Yeah.
And then there is an issue with all of the Game Gear games had issues with this too, but I found it to be way worse with this title is with the screen crunch. They didn't make up for the fact that the screen crunch because in areas like what I don't know what they called it, but what was Aquatic Ruin, I guess it's I don't know what it's called. Oh no, aquatic relics. That's what it's called. There's like these little arrows that get shot at you, but they're still active even if they're off screen. So sometimes I get hit by shit that I just could not see coming because the screen crunch is just so small on the little screen. And yeah, IGN, you're fucking crazy. This game is like a 6.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like I could see this in like 1992 or when I don't know when Sonic 2 came out officially, but like around then, like that would make kind of some sense to re-release it. But in like 1999, some of the in Europe it was released in February 2000. Like like just think about all the other games that are coming out and it's like and Sonic 2. It's
Pocket Adventure. Pocket Adventure.
like no.
Not Sonic
No,
2.
not at all. I don't want that at all.
What did you play this one?
Put it on the Raspberry Pi.
Oh, cool. What compelled you to? I know you did the Neo Geo like SNK theme, but like, did you feel like you had to? Like, because I know you did Sonic Frontiers lately. I'm just surprised you didn't pick that.
Well, that's gonna be a different thing. I wanted to thank you, Teddy. I wanted to adhere to my tradition of doing an SNK game for December, and this was still developed by SNK. It's still technically an SNK game.
Okay.
I think last time we talked about the Sammy Thomas wave. Remember that thing? So
Yeah, do you have any
more
obscure
more obscure hardware than Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Okay.
Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure was available in a combo pack with a specially colored platinum, silver, or blue Neo Geo Pocket Color. The bundle was sold for $99.95 USD, which, considering the separate prices of $69.95 USD for the system and $34.95 USD for the game, was not much of a deal.
Wow, yeah.
It was like $5.
Save it $5, dude. Get you a coffee. Julie, while you're playing your Neo Geo Pocket Color. Recently, SNK has been re-releasing Neo Geo Pocket Color games on the Switch. I have the first. They've done 2 collections now. I have the first collection, and then they recently came out with a second one, which they even included the Mega Man Power Battle game with that. So I'm kind of hoping if they do a Volume 3 that Sega lets them include this. This hasn't had official re-release.
Why?
It's just weird. It's just a weird footnote.
Why?
I mean, it's still a fun game. It's just a weird footnote that I think this is like probably the like Sonic game that most people haven't played.
Question for you: Do you recommend this in any way over Sonic 2?
No.
No. Okay, then leave it buried.
You know what though? And I was like, I was almost gonna say yes to that question, but I had to see the game through, and I got to Gigantic Angel, which is Metropolis Zone, and to me, it's worse than Metropolis Zone. I don't know how they did it, but they fucking did. It's a screen crunch, and the fact that every level is like a maze. I got lost. I got lost in a Sonic stage, guys. How does that happen? So I was like, I was almost like, this could be better than Sonic 2 if Metropolis isn't as bad. And then I got there and I was like, oh, this is worse. Wow.
Oof.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
You said save your $5, right? Like, how do you feel about just spending $5 on like a game just to find out that it sucks?
$5 isn't that much.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same boat, right? Like I was at Anime Con over the weekend, and they have little booths where you can buy stuff, and some people sell video games, some people sell comics, DVDs, hentai, weird shit. But I got some games, and I got like a PS1 game for like $6, Turbo Prop Racing. It was basically like not even functional, like a knockoff Wave Race 64, but it was $6. I was just like, I will never play this again, but at least I tried it. And it's like there's kind of like the fun of that too, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of what I like. Like, I want to see this kind of stuff re-released because it's like, as a Sonic fan, this is interesting to me. I'm probably never gonna play through this again, and like we're never gonna map it out because it's just Sonic 2. But like, it's just such a bizarre game. Um, I don't know. It is cool that this is technically the first Dimps game. I didn't know that.
It's only up from here.
Yeah, I guess
It's not. It's not the first Dimps game.
It's
They weren't
technically.
No, it's technically not because they weren't a company yet.
Yeah, but the team that made this left to create Dimps right after this.
It's technically the
So
same
right.
way that what's this Lunar Lander game on the Rare collection?
Lunar Lander.
Oh, Jetman,
Jetpack?
Jetpack, yeah.
Huh.
Was that even when they were Rare? Or was that when they were before?
That was Ultimate.
That was Ultimate Play of the Game. But they have that as the first Rare game, you know? So it's kind of like similar concept.
So you'd say spiritually it's the same.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but
I guess
technically-
spiritually, this is the first. This is the first.
'Cause you're
Dimps game.
you're such
There
a
we
spiritual guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
go. Spiritual. Yeah.
Spiritual
I'm
Alex.
spiritual when it comes to Sonic. I had it's no hint. I have been in a Sonic mood because of Frontiers. I will say, if you're wondering how that's going, I have 39 achievements out of 40.
Damn.
Oh, I thought you had all of them.
No, I'm missing one, and I'm trying my damnedest to get it right now.
What is it?
What is it? Got to go fast?
No, it's like do this Phantom Rush combo thing 50 times, and I swear to God I have, and I'm wondering if the achievement just isn't popping.
Oh. You do
But-
the Phantom Rush.
I got 100% though on the game, and I'll be talking about that in a different video.
Cool.
Excellent.
It'll be the final frontier. For Sonic.
Put it in your pocket, Sonic pocket. Would you guys put Sonic in your pocket?
No.
Probably hurt.
Would I put a hedgehog in my pocket? Hell yeah.
Is that
Is that a hedgehog in your pocket, or are you just having to see?
It's both. Spencer.
Yo.
Hi, I'm Spencer. You know, in the next couple minutes, I'm going to be reviewing a game called Pokemon Violet. Here's the deal. I only played it in handheld mode. And when I played it in handheld mode, there were no issues. But to get this footage, I had to play it on the actual TV docked. And the issues are actually quite apparent. There's slowdown. There's a lot of pop-in. There appears to be... I never ran into any major graphical glitches, but I certainly ran into a lot of pop-in and a lot of slowdown. So just putting it out there, I don't want my review to sway people to buy it, thinking it doesn't have any issues, and then they dock it and then see tons, and then get mad at us. So just as a CYA, if you play it only portable, you should be fine. But if you play it docked, well, you'll see. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
All right. My game.
You played Sonic
you know-
Pocket Adventure too.
I did, which makes this awkward. I didn't think we'd play the same game, but somehow we did, man.
Hey, is that a hedgehog in your pocket?
Oh.
Or you're just happy to be here?
Are you just bleeding internally?
Yeah.
I'm, you know, you can't have a celebration without tradition. That's something I've always said.
Said
That's
that
That's
earlier.
what Alex just said.
That's what I said.
right.
Well, he
But
said audition. You said tradition.
Edition? Oh no, Discord said edition. I said tradition, and then Discord
yeah,
chopped it up.
well, I've always
That's
said
true. Discord did say
I've
that.
always said you can't have a celebration without tradition.
Okay.
That's something I've always said.
You always said that, yeah.
And I'm gonna carry that tradition because I'm playing a Pokemon game called Pokemon Violet, which would be a tradition that we would do 2 months later.
What's your?
But I
what's
want to
your
do it
starter?
now. My starter
Yeah, Barney.
is the grass one,
Ew.
Sprigatito.
First time, I think that's wrong.
You think it's wrong?
Really?
Yeah, Quaxley's the only way to go.
'Cause he looks like
Sprigatito
Elvis?
is a very cute cat.
I do the duck. It has a hat.
I can't believe you didn't
Okay.
pick the fire starter. I went the fire starter in my mind. I didn't play the game yet, but
I mean,
Well, that's funny you say that. Is I usually pick the fire starter, but I wasn't gonna get this game because none of my friends. I was asking around and none of my friends were getting it, and so I was just kind of like, whatever. And I was at a baby's birthday party. It was her 1 year birthday party,
okay.
and
it's of a birthday party. I remember that shit.
right, yeah, it's like what are we doing here? And I was just kind of talking to some of the friends there. I played D&D with a couple of them. We were just hanging out, and I know one of them loves Pokemon. And I'm like, I know you got it. What do you think? And he's like, it's great. Like, I haven't had any technical issues that people are talking about. It's been fine. And I said, okay, interesting. I said, I'm going to be playing the 4th gen pretty soon, and I'm pretty excited. I'm going to play the newer release, the remake of it. And he goes, oh, it's super quick. Like I was going to literally play it right now, like start now. And he's like, it's super quick because of the experience share. And I was like, oh shit. Like is it that like broken? He said, yeah, you literally will over level without actually even like grinding.
Yeah.
Like just like walking through, you'll probably be too high for most of the bosses. I was like, shit, well, I don't like if I start now, I won't remember it for freaking February. So, but I got myself psyched up to play Pokemon. I was like, well, the new one came out. I might as well, I guess. If he's saying it's fine, and he kind of sold it to me, and he was like, yeah, it's open world, and because I haven't really followed much on it, and it's open world, and it's pretty big and new Pokemon, and it's there's a lot like you can see them on the map and everything. That's the new thing, I guess. And so I was like, cool, yeah. I mean, they had some of those options in the other one. I didn't. Sword and Shield was a little off-putting to me, but I'm willing to continue to give it a shot if they say there's some new stuff. And so yeah, I got it, and I put about 4 to 5 hours in it. I made my character. Obviously, I've gotten some gym badges. I've toured the world a little bit, and I can say it is a positive step forward for the Pokemon franchise for sure. It is open world in full 3D. So if like it's kind of like ever since X and Y, they've tiptoed around it being 3D, and they're like it's 3D, but not really, and it's like it's a lot more open, but not really. Like it's still very grid based, and you have to focus on that shit. But no, this is a full 3D experience. There's a lot of open world that you can explore, and you can jump once you get a certain character, and you can run and room around, and yeah, and that part is cool. The graphics are nice. There is a little bit of frame rate issue. I don't really care, but to people that seem to care about that on Twitter, yes, it does exist. I haven't had any technical issues that have been glaring. Very minor, a little bit of pop in, nothing too game breaking. It's freaking Pokemon. I don't know why people are expecting God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. I like it. The new Pokemon are nice. They're again, any Pokemon now to my old man brain isn't memorable. But as long as they're not offensive, as long as they're not an ice cream cone, I think I'm okay. That's like my rubric. The new Pokemon seem pretty cool. I like what they've done with it. Fights actually take place on the field instead of a separate fighting screen. Always welcome. Love that. I think they got that from
Arceus.
Arceus. Yeah, yeah. I think they took that. Like people really like that, so we're gonna keep that. So all the fights just take place on the field, which is nice, except for the gym battles, which are meant to be like spectacles. So that's fine. And you can actually some of the new features are interesting. You can just shoot your Pokemon out that's in your number one slot, and it'll automatically fight a Pokemon that it sees. And you don't control anything. It just the AI does it, and it's like you're almost not even looking, and it'll go fight them and finish up and whatever.
Like
That's kind of
Xenoblade?
cool. Like, yeah, a little bit like Xenoblade, but with like complete auto battle. I don't know if Xenoblade had it. I don't remember.
Kind of.
Fantasy 12.
I wouldn't say like 12 because 12 is like a gambit system, and then this one it's literally just like
Oh, you don't
you're
control
on your
it all.
own. No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
not at all. Like it's actually ironically what Pokemon would be in real life, which is like
Mhm.
because like Pokemon in any real sense they have no idea what you're talking about. You have no idea what they're
Yeah,
talking
it's just a
about. It's
chicken
like
going in.
just go win. Pikachu. Ideally you use electric, but I can't really tell you. But yeah, it's like actual like cockfighting, I guess, when you shoot one of those things out. But it's interesting. I like what they've done with it. The scope is really nice. My one of my complaints would be that the open world is a little bit lacking. I don't think they did a great job with it. It seems a little bit like cut and paste, like not a lot of thought or level design put into it. Just let's make an open world that seems natural, and to that end, it's a success. But it's a little boring. Um, but there are like locations on the map that are beyond just a gym battle. You can find some pretty exotic Pokemon out there that are legitimately like threats to the environment that you have to take down. And there's like a Team Rocket element in it that's pretty interesting. But I mean otherwise it's just a Pokemon game. But I see myself playing through to the end of this and enjoying it.
I'm on a bit of a media blackout with these games because like I want to play them. But now's not the time, especially since I just 100%ed another open world game. So maybe not right now. But like I've been on a blackout, but I've seen like the only thing I've seen online is just negativity. So it is refreshing to hear somebody talk about it in a positive light.
Yeah, I think negativity sells, so that's what people want to hear. I have
And
friends of mine too that just send me that like, look how shitty this is. It's like,
oh yeah, I think the issue with that lies in the PokeTubers.
yeah, the Poke tubers.
But also just game
PokeTubers.
reviewers, I think. No? Like, I feel like game reviewers are hard on that shit.
It's true.
I feel like my big issue with Sword and Shield was that, like, in playing through the main 8 badges, everything felt so redundant or, like, just automated. I don't feel like any of the gym leaders really had personality. I felt like a lot of it was just, like, bare minimum script writing or scenario development. And there was, like, a open yard. I wouldn't call it an
Yeah.
open world, like in Sword and Shield, which they
Yeah,
expanded
yeah.
later to make like DLC. How do you feel that Violet and Scarlet handles the script writing and scenario?
Oh, horribly. Uh, it's yeah. I would never expect anything from Pokemon. It is. Those are the parts where I don't enjoy myself. But it ends. That's one of the cool things. Is it starts off with obviously that like the story of you're there and your dad is not there for whatever reason. Your mom is like, you got to go become a Pokemon master. And you go meet the stupid kid that's your neighbor, and then you go like, but this one has like a school, and you're like, oh my god, please no. School just kind of ends, and then it's like, just go out and be a Pokemon master, and then then it shoves you out to the world, and then it's just Pokemon, which is nice. There is like some undercurrent, and again, I'm 5 hours in, so
Sure.
I'm sure there's more story to come. But so far, as I've gotten the first badge and the second badge, and working towards some other stuff, there's been basically no story. There's like a like very like small bits of dialogue, like oh we got to stop the team, yada yada. But it hasn't been anything like freaking Sword and Shield, where it's like there's an ancient Pokemon that was a sword, and another one that was a shield, and they used it in the day. It's none of that. It's like it's just
Dude,
just go run around the world.
The best part of Sword and Shield story was like, and I'm the evil villain. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I could tell 20 hours ago. I
Yeah.
thought the best part of Sword and Shield for me was the open area and the DLC areas. They added the 2 DLC areas were just like the open areas. So, and I haven't played Arceus, but I am really interested in playing an open world Pokemon game. Sounds promising.
It is fucking sick to see like the open world and like towns within the open world. And so like how it should be, where you travel around and then you find a town and you're there and there's a gym there. As opposed to like a straight shot that the older Pokemons do. Like I wish I'm sitting there playing this game and I'm like, please remake Gen 1 in this style and just put it.
Kill Pikachu and Eevee, come on.
No. I want like open world, like a big open thing, and you can still like direct people in that way. Like they can make open world games that still direct you, but make it so open that you can travel and explore these places that like explore Kanto in ways that we couldn't before.
Do you run into because again, I haven't played Arceus. So do you run into I'm gonna label the Fallout issue, where you're like, I'm gonna go over here, and then like a fucking level 87 Pokemon just pounds you into the ground? Does that happen?
Yes and no. The reason I'm stuck at one of the places I'm at right now is that the guy was like a legitimate like 6 level jump from where I was before, like a meter away. Like it's supposed to be, if you follow the path like from the closest important points, it's like a 6 level jump, and I wasn't prepared for that at all. So I'm kind of stuck doing that. I don't think the wild Pokemon are that high level, so it hasn't been that part hasn't been jarring, but it has been like you need to grind a little bit before you go to the next place.
That's the scary part about like an open world RPG to me.
That's the
like,
hard
you have to
part,
find a way
right?
to balance that, yeah. Because remember, I started playing like Fallout New Vegas, and I was like, I'm gonna go this way, and then like that far in, like a level 40 like mutant was like, bam, and I was just like, well, shit, that wasn't fun.
Yeah, well, that's where smart level design comes into play, and there's smart level design for open world games. There's smart level design for single player, like single stretch path games. There's an art to each of them, and I think so far this has been fine. I don't like the level design per se, but the as far as the levels of Pokemon go, it hasn't been too jarring. And then it's presented a challenge, which is actually kind of refreshing.
Yeah, refreshing.
For a Pokemon game.
I'll tell you, the thing they told you about the XP share and that Gen 4 remake, it's true.
Well, at least I know it'll freaking fly, so. But yeah, I don't like that. I think that's lame. This has XP share, by the way, but it's not.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem to be
now.
as egregious.
Yeah.
They all have it now.
Well, I think XP Share has been in the series since at least, I think since the first game, but it was like it worked differently. It was like it divided your experience in 6, so you didn't
It was
actually,
optional too, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have to turn it on, but it wasn't like hacking at the game, because like it now with XP Share it just gives the same amount of experience to everybody. I don't know how it works in Scarlet Violet, but I remember Sword Shield.
I think it gives less. I think it might be more towards the first one because the Pokemon that fights gets the most for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is it still only 6 in your pocket?
Yes.
One
And a
hedgehog or
hedgehog?
6 Pokemon? What do you pick for your pocket?
6 Pokemon.
A Neo Geo Pocket Color.
I will say one of the interesting things is you do get a 7th Pokemon to carry on with you, but that becomes your HM slave, it would appear.
Do they still have the HM thing? Because I think Sword Shield dropped that.
They're not really HMs, but it's the thing that I don't want to spoil too much for people that want to play it. But this Pokemon handles like the environmental.
Yeah, don't spoil anything for me because I do want to play this.
Yeah, but the Pokemon basically handles the environmental aspect of what HM's used to provide.
Cover your
So it's
ears,
kinda cool.
Alex. I'm going to ask a question. All right. So
I'll take off my headphones.
Okay. Don't the Pokemon like turn into crystals or something?
Yeah, it has. That's just so dumb, but it has like another power up your Pokemon thing.
Have you run into that yet?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it worth it?
It just makes their main moves stronger.
Got it.
It's pretty much. It's not as like jarring as the one from
Gigantamax, yeah.
Sword Gigantamax, but it is there, and it's kind of like
Okay.
whatever. That's how they mix up the formula now. So
Okay. Got it.
whatever.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Eddie, how do you celebrate?
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Well, as I always say, you celebrate, you really need like attrition. And you also need balloons.
So
I
you need
played-
attrition?
Nutrition. You need nutrition. Yeah, that's probably better.
Nutrition.
So I play Balloon Fight. Classic NES game. Beloved
Balloon Fight?
poster child of Satoru Iwata. I feel like I've heard him talk about that game all the time. Balloon Fight, I've played it before. My first time playing it was in Animal Crossing. As many of you know, I grew up with the N64, so anything NES and SNES was before my time. And if it wasn't in a game, I hadn't played it. So in 2004 or so, when Animal Crossing came out, the first time I was like experiencing NES games was in Animal Crossing. I had Balloon Fight and I had Ice Climber, were the two NES furniture pieces that I had, and they were like functional. I always wish that the Animal Crossing games would bring back like functional in-game things you could put in your house, because now you just get furniture and it's kind of useless. But anyways, I remember it being like really addictive, really fun, really arcade style. So I would actually go on to download it onto my 3DS later, just from the fond memories. And now the Switch service online has it as well. I think I played other iterations as well. But this is definitely one of my favorite NES games. I find that most NES games are way too hard, and like they're also like, they were made like based on arcade games where it'd be like quarter poppers, so like you never really finish the game. But this one just feels like a quick pick up and play and go for the high score type of thing. It's modeled after Joust in a sense. Joust was a game where you would have like two birds flying at each other, or you'd be riding on the back of a bird or something. And Balloon Fight is where you have like a fighter in like a jumpsuit with two balloons, and you can flap and try and hover and then knock out the other birds, which have balloons on their back. You have two balloons, they have one, but there's like a number of stages that you would go through with different environmental hazards. In every stage, there's like a water area that you could fall into, or if the bird tackles you and ends up on top or a little higher than you, it will pop one of your two balloons, and once the second balloon pops out, you lose a life. Another environmental hazard is the fish. The fish pops out of the water and can bite you, but it can also bite birds. It's really satisfying to see. There's also lightning clouds. You'll see lightning bolts kind of flicker and then play like Pong, hitting off of like the land and everything. But it's really a fun challenge. I just realized reading the directions that you can just hold B and then it'll flap you continuously. But I'm used to just kind of hammering at A to try and like get my gauge up. One thing I like is that it has that kind of like old school style where like if you float off the left side of the screen, you end up on the right, or vice versa. So it's kind of like an interesting like phenomenon thinking about. In between every couple levels, there's a bonus stage where balloons will come out of warp pipes, and you can try and like, use the environments to your advantage to try and knock out like 20 balloons. I was able to do it 2 times in succession. And there's also a couple other modes in the NES cartridge, which is fun. So you have the single player mode, which is the one I'm talking about. But then you also have a 2-player mode where you can do the same thing with a second player. The only thing is that there is friendly fire enabled from what I saw. I was watching some of the default gameplay footage. So that's a kind of an added challenge. I'm sure it would be hectic and fun though. And then the other one is Balloon Trip, which is basically its own version of like a spin-off of like Balloon Fight, where there are only lightning bolts and open water and a bunch of balloons. And you get points just for continuing your stream of movement, and also for knocking out balloons. So my high scores for the single player mode are just over 100,000 in just a play session tonight. And then for Balloon Trip, it's about 17,000. And also, it ranks you if you get over 25,000. I think you get to rank 1, so that's pretty cool. It's just incentive to keep going. It's one of those NES games I can continuously come back to. I've enjoyed many times over the years, and I was in kind of like a rush to play something for today. So this was an easy pick up and play game, and one that I have fond memories of. That, and I also tried some shit wrestling game that was on the service. I cannot remember what it was called. I was like, oh yeah, I'll play a wrestling game to celebrate our community. Nope, I had no idea what the hell I was doing. It was a mess. So there's that.
It's like the music for Balloon Trip. It's like doot 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 doot. Yeah.
This is Smash Bros. Too. Yeah.
Did you know
Dude,
that
I think-
Tingle had a balloon fight?
Tingle, yeah.
Yeah, there's a
in
version of this
DS
game
one?
with Tingle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Funny.
There's
I
also
think
like a Game
Animal
Watch
Crossing
one,
was.
like for the DS, the celebration or something,
don't.
anniversary. It's in Japan.
Now that Game & Watch uses the balloon fight stuff in his some of his movesets on Smash. So does Villager. Villager's up B on Smash is the balloon fight balloons.
Cool, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think Animal Crossing was a gateway for a lot of people, myself included, to playing a lot of those NES games. I got addicted to the tennis.
Mm.
Tennis.
The tennis. I think that's what it's
Rich people
called.
sport.
Yeah, that the NES tennis game on there. Me and my friends, we've spent like hours playing that somehow.
There is no way in hell they would put any of those on a modern game free.
Yeah,
No way.
they've learned to monetize.
They did the
that
whole
shit.
NES remix thing, which I did a video, I talked about before, and they didn't even put any of those full games on there. The best they did was they did Mario 1 backwards sped up with Luigi, and you can barely even play that.
And the most heinous offender to me was in the next console lifespan after the GameCube. It was on the Wii with Super Smash Bros. Brawl, because you would unlock like 2-minute demos of any game, and you could play the first.
It was like the classics.
2 minutes,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Or
What's the point of playing the first
masterpieces.
2 minutes of The Legend of Zelda?
You get you to buy it on the Virtual Console.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
they
exclusive.
quickly monetized that.
Yeah, it was a game demo. Exactly. So there's no way in hell they would do this now. I mean, it makes total sense for like Smash to have full games, but there's no way in hell because they want you. Well, they would want you to get it on the Virtual Console, or now they want you to subscribe to the service.
Sega does what Nintendo don't. Playing
Pocket Adventure.
Knights.
Oh.
Does not go Sonic style, but okay.
Yeah, I always found this to be a fun game. I like the original Joust by Midway, and this follows a lot of the same premise. This is actually one of the first Virtual Console games I got on Wii U. Was in fact Balloon Fight, but it was only because Club Nintendo gave me it. They were just like, "Here you go, neat, thanks." So like, I'm pretty sure like half of my Virtual Console games on the Wii U at first were just like Club Nintendo being like, here's F-Zero." I was like, thanks. 'Cause, nobody was supporting that thing.
Did you play it often?
Yeah. It's one of those. I still have it downloaded on my Wii U. It's one of those that like back when I was an avid Wii U user. That feels like a weird thing to say, but I was. That every once in a while I'll just be like, I'll pop in Balloon Fight for a second. Play for a minute. I don't think it's a game I can play for very long, but there's a lot of NES games like that. Like recently on my 3DS, I was playing Wrecking Crew, which is a game I really like. But it's it's the same type of thing where you're just kind of going for the high score and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for me, those are some of my favorite NES games because they're just kind of fun and little addictive games you can play from time to time.
It's comfort food. I just put $20 on my Switch service. I'm so excited to just go on the 3DS shop and just get whatever, like fucking Box Boy,
Yeah, Box Boy.
Harmon Knight.
Box boy.
Box Boy.
Box Boy.
Box boy.
The Box Boy.
The little Box Boy. You know what I was thinking? Oh, well, maybe this is an off-camera conversation, but it was about a future potential map out.
Box Boy?
Box Boy.
Maybe.
Box
The
Boy,
viewers got to let us know. Do you want... Is there a
Box Boy
Box Boy
box out?
crowd? Are you looking for
What the
box
fuck is
out?
Box Boy?
The Box Boy box. It's by Hal.
Kirby
Made
guys.
Box
Box.
Boy. It's literally a boy that is a box. not gonna be
Oh,
shocked.
okay.
Switch
you
has now
see.
made Box Boy and Box Girl. Did you know?
Oh yeah.
Gender equity.
The last one was
kind
Bye
of.
Bye Box Boy on the 3DS. How can they bring him back? We said bye bye.
Yeah. Well, it's the new boy.
Welcome back, Box Boy.
Let's hear it
Welcome
for
back.
the boy.
Bye 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 Box Boy. Bye bye bye.
Bye bye. I don't want to be a boxy boy. I just want to be
Did
a
that-
boxy girl.
I did that same thing recently, Teddy, where I put money on my Switch and then I went on my 3DS, but I bought NES games
Mhm.
and stuff. On like a few Game Boy games I was missing.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Let me just download fucking Yoshi's Island. Just whatever.
Yeah.
Living my best life.
I got like Pokemon Yellow and like the original Zelda and
Yeah.
Game Gear games. That was whenever I did Sonic Game Gear for the Game Talk because I was playing stuff on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got Shinobi, and then I got stuck at stage 1. I'm like, what the hell? I'm gonna
Oh,
have to
the
watch that
GG
thing.
Shinobi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good game.
Was Balloon Fight ever released on arcades?
Yeah, there was probably
Versus.
the versus. Yeah, the versus cabinet. How they did all the bunch of the different NES. Well, it'd be the Nintendo Select Choice. I forget what it's called. The NES something. Played one before, but I believe they did because I actually think while I was in Tennessee one time, I stopped at an arcade and I want to say they had a weird setup with Balloon Fight. I didn't play it because it's fucking Balloon Fight, and there was like other games there that wasn't Balloon Fight.
So the Nintendo Versus system, I don't know much about this, but it was released in 1984, which is when the original version, the international version of this game came out. It came out in console in Japan in 85 and then overseas in 86. So this game's almost 30 years old. Happy 30th.
I talked about one of the versus games before. I did the Mario Bros versus one
Yeah.
time. The Mario Sonic month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here it is. Balloon Fight versus Balloon Fight, 1984.
Get him! Ganging up on the balloon boy.
Apparently, there are a number of Balloon Fight games. So, versus Balloon Fight, Balloon Fight, Balloon Fight, Balloon Fight, Balloon Fight, Balloon Fight, Play Choice 10, Balloon Fight, Balloon Kid,
Choice 10. That's what it was.
Balloon Fight GB, Balloon Fight E, Famicom Mini Balloon Fight, Tingles Balloon Fight, Balloon Fight, Balloon Fight, Balloon Fight, Balloon Fight, Balloon Fight, and versus Balloon Fight.
Balloon
I
Fight
hope that
E.
added something to
E-reader, man.
What's that? Balloon Man?
The e-reader. The e-reader. I was thinking you said Balloon Fight E, and I had flashbacks to the e-reader. I was like, there was a brief moment in time where I wanted one of those fucking things. It was fading though. It was just like for
Your
a
time
second
has
I was
passed.
looking at. I was in a Kmart and they had like the Donkey Kong Jr. cards. I was like, oh, these are cool. And then like I think like the next week I'd already forgotten that it even existed.
Well, the e-reader has died, but Balloon Fight is not. Balloon Fight has lived on through many iterations.
It's forever.
Balloon Fight is forever. Let's get it one more
Balloon
time.
Fight forever.
I would like Tingle's Balloon Fight. Was it a physical game or is it just a digital thing? It's probably digital.
DS.
Oh, DS. Yeah, that's physical. Damn, I gotta
Yeah.
get a copy of that. I only have the one you sent me, the Rosie Ruby Land.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the DS did have some digital only games.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is a DSi game.
This isn't a DSi game.
This,
Okay.
this isn't a DSi game.
This is before the eye.
This is the socket.
This is an H game.
This is
Yeah, there's a
Mii game.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I'm seeing a case here.
Dude, hell yeah! I gotta get me a copy of Balloon Fight. At Tingle's Balloon Fight.
Court case. Tingle goes to court. You got in a fight.
Apparently, whatever the third, I forgot what it's called. It's like Tingle's Rupee Gardens or whatever that third DS game he had was. Apparently, Nintendo of America put out a poll asking if people would want a Tingle game here or how they feel about Tingle, and there was an overabundance of people saying "fuck no." Apparently, and that was around the time Twilight Princess was coming out. But apparently, everybody was like, "Get him away from us."
That's
So,
funny.
they never localized any of those DS games.
Rip.
Well, I guess I don't know. People hate Navi. People hate Tingle. People hate Fee. You know?
I think there was a time. Well, and if it was before Twilight Princess, it was the time where people were still hating on Wind Waker. He was in that game.
Who?
So
Okay.
Wind Waker. There was a time where
Oh,
people were just ragging on Wind Waker for a while, and he
yeah.
was in
Dude,
that game. So I could see
it's
it.
that 2000s angst.
Yeah,
People want like edge it.
Yeah.
yeah. And then they got it
Ugh.
with Twilight Princess, and then they probably quickly realized that Wind Waker was better.
Yeah.
Take me back.
People be hating on Zelda. That's the moral of the story.
Zelda.
They should
Oh,
they shouldn't be hating, they should be celebrating. Because we had an
Hey.
awesome game talk today.
Yeah.
yeah. We talked about Sonic,
Tingle.
Fox Boy,
Pokemon.
the
The huge.
Yuge. In all seriousness,
The
I hope the
usual.
Yuge gets out of prison soon. I
What if
love
he's a
him.
fucking criminal? Put him
Yeah, what if he
behind
gets out as
bars.
like a hardened criminal? Yeah, what if he can find out like he's like
He's in the yacht.
yeah, he's in a Yakuza. I'll say I got those games.
What if they put Yuji Naka in the next Yakuza game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
they
criminal
model it
now.
like after real people.
Yeah.
Surprised they haven't. It's like the guy that's like the main director for Yakuza. It's hilarious because where he started out doing Monkey Ball, and if you look at pictures from him back then, he looks like an average dude. And then you look at pictures of him now, he looks like he's just in the Yakuza. I'm like, wow, they really transformed you, didn't it?
Yeah.
He's been living that Yakuza life. It'd be like if I started making a games about pirates, and then like a few sequels in, you saw me and I just looked like a pirate. Like I had like an eye patch and a puffy shirt, you know.
Yeah. The Luffy hat.
I was like, I'm living that pirate life now, man.
You ate the gum fruit.
Yeah.
Not that pirate. It's the animes.
Dude, I've been watching One Piece, and for some reason, there's like a jingle in there that consistently reminds me of Shenmue.
Which one is it?
I don't know, but for some reason now I have the Dragon Ball ending stuck in my head, so I can't replicate it. But it just has that anime vibe. I'm realizing that like maybe Shenmue is like very anime.
Yeah, are you what? It is. Are you watching the English dub or the Japanese?
Japanese.
Japanese. Okay. I was just curious, just because the intros slightly change, and I like the American intros. So,
Do you?
yeah.
How's the intro English one go?
They change it per like I don't know how many episodes it is, but like maybe like a good 30, 40 episodes, they'll change the intro and outros. They always sound like something that if I were to like try to think of a song for an anime show, these songs would not be it.
Mm-hmm.
Be like I'd be like trying to make like a sick rock song or something and be like, yeah, One Piece or whatever. But like these are like, come along, set sail and we'll go to this pirate place. It's just like those kind of songs. And every time I hear them, I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, this is not what I expected.
You wanna be my friend? We are on the cruise.
Yeah.
We are.
We are. Kind of stuff. It's like if you see Dragon Ball, it's like guitars and they're like dragon, rock the dragon. She knows all about it.
Yeah.
Spencer knows a lot about Dragon Ball.
She knows a lot about dragging his balls. How do I respond to that?
Yeah. Balls.
In a corner.
So like distended.
Balls to the wall, baby.
Thanks for celebrating with us.
Yeah.
We'll be back in February. Of course, we have the rest of this month, to finish out
Sure.
our content.
Yeah.
We have some great content lined up
Woohoo.
every December.
Be there. The best of. It's going to be our best yet.
Of course, we have the Game Awards. Hopefully, we've reached out to everybody by this point.
or anybody, or maybe it's just
anybody.
us.
It's just us. We'll be like, give me your awards. The three of us.
It's more intimate games this year.
We're gonna pick games for everybody else. How about that?
We'll
Yeah.
pick our best Game of the Year awards.
I'll pick your game.
Of course. Is that Umbreon back there?
Yes.
I can barely see it. Been there the whole episode?
Huh? Yes.
I swear I've looked at that shelf and I did not see that Umbreon on that shelf.
Okay.
Like blending into the background.
Oh. Well, let's not be racist.
Not being racist. I'm saying
I'm
it's.
joking.
I'm not being racist against Umbreon.
Listen,
Love
because
Umbreon.
it's darker skin
We've
doesn't
talked about
mean-
this, Alex.
Does it mean you should comment on not seeing it?
Saying it's new ability.
Well, look, I'm white and I'm not
Camouflaged.
blending into my walls.
We're having a hard time with Alex lately. His slanderous talk about the Huge and then his
Huge
racial
and,
disparities of Umbreon. Like, I don't know. It's just
This poor
getting a little
creature.
crazy over there.
The victim of
Yeah.
microaggressions.
It's not my fault. Flareon's better.
Alex the triggerer.
There'll be his
I'll
new
hope
title.
the Huge. I hope the Huge gets out. I hope he can get himself home. I know he has to work on that Balance sequel.
Yeah, it's like, who's gonna finish the Balance sequel now? He says as they pull him in his orange jumpsuit into a prison cell.
Like, hopefully, nobody.
Yeah.
If they were to make a karaoke game of Balan, what would it be called?
I feel like you already have an answer.
I do. I just want to see if you have a better one.
Alan. I have no idea.
Ballad Wonderworld.
Alad
Some
Wonderworld.
ballad?
That's good. Balan sing act.
Oh, that's good.
That took me
That's
a second.
That's really good. Yeah, we're not gonna top that.
I do like Ballad Wonderworld though. That's pretty good.
There's some catchy music in that game. That's probably one of the best good parts about it.
Yeah. You can do karaoke with it.
Do karaoke with the One Piece opening.
It's true.
Come along. Let's sail something something. Forget the past. How it goes.
Sick.
Teddy, you'll get this. Do you like in the I think mostly with 90 Day or no Married at First Sight, the music they have, like transitional music between each scene, like the songs are about what's going on in the show, and there's always the corniest things. I can't believe you when you say the things you say.
Love is Blind did that recently. Like, I'm so
Yes.
alone. I'm wishing you were here.
It's so cringy, but I love it.
Catch us all on next marriage show. Reacts. Dude, imagine like going on one of those shows.
We should do Reality Month.
What is that?
Play the Pimp My Ride game on PS2
Why?
for Reality Month.
Why is that reality? Why wouldn't it be a Matrix game?
It's the reality
Like it'd be like a reality show based month.
month.
Oh, we could do Nang or like some Jeopardy thing. The Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game was fun.
It's not a reality show. It's a game show.
It's a real show.
Reality shows the crap that rots your brain.
So you want to play like Jersey Shore versus?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. That's a reality show.
I guess does WWE count?
It's kind
Maybe.
of.
it's as fake as the reality shows.
Okay.
I think wrestling was reality shows before reality shows.
Mhm.
Probably
It was
true.
like they've kind of done this exact same thing the whole time.
My favorite reality show has always been damn it. I can't not think of Parental Control on MTV. It's the worst show I've ever seen. It's the one where like the parents have to find their son or daughter a new boyfriend or girlfriend to replace their current boyfriend or girlfriend, and everything's hammed up to like the 11th degree.
Hmm.
It's all terrible. It's like my parents don't like my boyfriend, and it shows like the boyfriend. He's like picking his nose, or he's like "Bleh," like to the camera and stuff, and it's like
Yeah, like
and like
I
all
gotta
the
be the
jokes.
worst boyfriend ever.
Yeah, yeah, and like all the lines. It's like they'll be like watching the girl go on her date with one of the candidates or something, and then like it's like the old boyfriend and the parents are watching from like a TV, and they'll be like say something about like man, this date is going terrible, and then the parents would be like, "Better than you can do," or I don't know, something like that. It's like it's so fucking bad, but I have always been glued to that show because it's just like piece of it's like I know it's all fake. There's no way it could be real. It's just fascinating.
Yeah.
See, I get won over by the marriage shows because these are like real people's marriages. But the problem is that a lot of them become like influencers.
Yeah.
And so like there's a question mark of like, are they just doing this for the fame? But
Watch
that
Yeah.
it kind of exposes itself. You could tell like by the end of it who was just like doing it because it's a show.
Yeah.
Watching an interview
Yeah.
with Steve-O recently, and he said, you know how like they did like the Rock of Love or the Flavor Flav things, you know,
Mhm.
they offered him one, just like a Steve-O of Love type thing, but his response was he told them no because he realized that he would have to like I guess have sex with the girls or something because that's like
Yeah,
what
that could be
they do, and he
manipulative.
oh no, not that. He was like, I don't want a girl telling everybody how small my penis is. It's like I'll do that myself. It's like,
Well, I mean,
it's
isn't
like
that just
that's
being
that's a
Steve-O?
great way. That's a great reason just to turn down MTV reality show. He's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Spencer, deep in consternation.
I'm just trying to. I'm focusing on tradition.
That was a traditional mapper end of year game talk
Yeah.
closing.
Hit us with your best tradition. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
That's
It's
not a
fun to
Christmas
stay
song.
at the YMCA. You can have a
You can
good
play-
time. You can play Clue Clue Land. You can hang out with all the boys. YMCA. It's fun to stay at the Alex YMCA.
You got a hedgehog in your pocket. You can play Pokemon. You can buy balloons to your mom.
YMCA. It's fun to
Favorite
stay at
Christmas
the
song right here.
YMCA.
How many times I've sang this on Christmas morning?
Yeah. You don't? Why aren't you singing?
If I feel like if I was going caroling and I went to somebody's door and they opened it and I started singing YMCA, I feel like they would throw something at me.
Dude, they would love it because they could jump
Joy.
right
They'd throw marshmallows at you.
Everyone knows that song, right?
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Just like-
Christmas hit.
And the people that I'm with were dressed like the village people.
Yeah.
Front lawn, middle of winter.
He's dressed up
Sounds
for a
great.
Christmas carol. All right, guys, hit it.
The YMCA was about meeting men at the YMCA.
Yeah.
Young men.
Young men.
Yeah.
Not just any men. Come on.
It was about meeting men at the YMCA.
I said,
Yeah.
young men.
Young men.
You could
Think about how
be
hot
there.
those young men are. Like that's
That's really what the Christmas is all about.
The
meeting those young men.
Have
You don't
a
mean an
good
old man.
time. Dun, dun. Pew, pew, pew,
We all know
pew,
it's Mr. Claus and Mr. Claus now.
Yeah.
Say hello to Mr. Pants. Mr. and Mr. Pants. There we go.
Is anybody still listening at this point? If you're still
This
listening
is-
at this point, can you leave us a comment letting us know that you're still listening at this point?
I don't have a choice.
This is like the last like real episode we have of the year, right?
We have the awards and game talk.
Macaroony.
Not game talk, a map out.
Map and
We're still doing a
cheese.
map out for this one.
Yeah, we got a map out for December.
Unless things
Okay.
just go haywire.
The Game Awards I do not consider a normal video, but the map out, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, this is kind of it for a little bit. This and then those videos.
Next time you guys see me, I'll be in a different location because I'm moving.
Ooh,
Wearing an aloha shirt and sunglasses on the beach.
yeah.
Take predictions.
Maybe a little too cold for the.
I think you'll be at the YMCA.
I don't know if that's a good thing. That's probably not a good thing.
Some young boys in the background.
Oh man,
Boy.
Young men. Sorry.
I'll set up the computer like right on the side of the pool.
Yeah.
Just imagine like me and you, Spencer, same setup, and then Alex has like all the young men like in the background, like just listening, like, yeah, Pokemon.
Just imagine I'm in like one of those pool floating chairs.
Mhm.
I'm just slowly like floating around the pool.
Yeah.
Sunglasses and lemonade. We should do a pool edition.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Awesome.
know how it works.
We could do it from like phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then who's recording? That's a good question.
We'll get a fourth party to record it.
Yeah. You don't get to get in the pool.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying we're on the phone in the pool.
Yeah, we're
I
like
think,
doing the episode from our phones.
That's what we need to do for next year. That should be our goal. Is we need to make enough money on button wrappers to hire a fourth person to like be our because like
If you want to be our
we're reading all the
intern-
questions. Yeah, we're reading all the questions. We need an engineer because we're reading all the questions. We're doing all this work. We need like a fourth person to handle all the legwork, and we
Sound
just
engineer, somebody schedule like guess.
yeah. We don't need to. I'm tired of talking to these people. Like, to
Yeah, but
get
at that
this
point,
scheduled.
I'm gonna start getting calls from like our HR.
Yeah, I need that.
Alex, we need to talk to you about what you said in the last episode.
But the-
We need to set a time limit on how long you're spending on Terry's questions.
yeah.
Move on to the next question.
Could you stop talking about these handheld Sonic games?
Yeah,
Okay.
Alex, you've literally covered every Sonic game that is known to man.
The algorithm said nobody cares.
Please
I'm like,
talk about
you
something.
gotta know about Sonic Labyrinth.
Yeah, I want to get that big where we have those kind of bickerings. They come down from HR.
Button Mapper Dreams. Let us know how
We'll
we
get
can
that big.
reach our dreams.
We'll do like infighting, like a band. We'll be like,
Yeah, like a VH1 thing.
yeah, it'll be like behind the music. It's behind the
Yeah.
rappers.
But it wasn't all buttons and rainbows. Let's have stills of us with like alcohol like dropped on the floor.
I'll be in my trailer.
Yeah. Alex, wait.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.